Okay, I got paused once again for going over a screencastify time limit. So, like I said, you have that standby and then your cues. You can also, underneath the cue, write in what the cue is, like over here. So we have a sound cue, and you can say that it's a ticking clock. Just to have some info of, oh, wait, what's going on then? Oh, this is what's happening. Also, if the cue isn't based off of a line, on the gap between the cue, you can write what is, when the cue happens, like what to look for. The cue for the cue, if you will. And this is a professional calling script that is typed out. As you can see, there's a specific space allotted for the cues. And it has essentially the same things, and it's just worded a little differently. So they have exactly what they're saying. So, light cue 10, go. And then they have the information right next to it. So yeah, very, very similar. The show. So first of all, traditions. Like I said, you're a leader among the crew and the cast. So it's important to carry on traditions. I'm going to talk about ones that are specific to Pinkerton. And they really just bond our crew. So warm-ups before the show, opening night dinner, is something that's going to fall as a responsibility for you. So make sure you send out a Google form to be like, hey, who's coming to opening night dinner? Gifts for people. I can't elaborate on that because Mr. Lemire will watch this. And it's a surprise. And senior bows. So on closing night, seniors will usually step forward and take their final bow, just as respect to our seniors. So traditions are very important, and you kind of just want to continue them on in whatever company you're in or school you're in. House opening. So usually you'll be given a walkie to communicate with the front of house manager. Right now in 2025, our front of house manager is Alyssa, and she's awesome. And so you're gonna want to communicate the house opening with actors and crew. So house opening in 30 minutes, in 15 minutes, in 10 minutes, in 5 minutes, house open. And at Pinkerton, we open our house 30 minutes before the show is set to start. And so when house is open or when house is about to open, you really want to make sure people are a lot quieter because obviously the hallways of Pinkerton are not soundproof. So it's just important to make sure people are quieter. And then along with house opening, that fits in with places. So say ahead of time what time places are for cast and crew. So places for crew might be at 6:50 if the show starts at 7. And for ASMs and board operators, they might have a earlier places time, just so you can communicate with them as house opens. That could also happen for certain cast members if they have a pre-show skit or if they go out before the show starts. And that's a very similar thing where places in 15, 10, 5 places. So as soon as you call places, everyone should be in their spots. And you're going to want to communicate with your ASMs to ensure everyone is there who's supposed to be. And as you call, like, places in 15, 10, if you're up in the booth, you can have your ASMs send a grip to go call places to the actors. And Also, along with that, our house opening and places kind of align, so we have no places in half an hour, because that's when houses open. So it's really just important to make sure that that communication gets to everyone. And they'll respond to you by saying thank you, places in 15, just to let you know that they heard you. Okay, top of show. So you're going to want to communicate with the front of house manager to see if we're running on time for a top of show. If we have a long line of people at the box office, we might hold for like 5 minutes or so. So if we do hold, you gotta make sure that you tell your ASMs, and that the word is spread so that everyone knows, okay, instead of 7 o'clock, we're starting at 7:05. Overall, be a good leader. Be that example that people are looking for. You are in a position of power and leadership, so you want to be someone that people can come up to and say hi to, and hopefully look up to one day be a stage manager as well. Don't stress out. There are so many things that are stressful in our production, but it's important to have skills and things to fall back on to kind of just bring you down to earth and keep your cool. Because honestly, as someone who had a hard time managing my stress, being insanely stressed and just not having any outlet to put that during a production just made everyone around me nervous and on their toes and panicked. So it really doesn't help. Stay on top of it. It is so important that you don't fall behind in stage management or in school. This is only a club in high school. It's not more important than your grades. You may value it more than your grades, but it's not more important. So make sure you're balancing school life and your mental health and the show. But also make sure that, you're putting in the effort that the show deserves, and you're not waiting until the last minute to get your cues done. And most of all, have fun. We do theater for fun in high school, and we all are in theater because it makes people happy and it makes us happy. So more than anything, have a good time when you're stage managing. If stage managing is something that makes you upset or makes you dread going to rehearsal, maybe it just isn't for you. So try to have a positive outlook on it. Try to have fun. Because at the end of the day, like, you're gonna want to be there if stage managing is your passion, like it is for me. So yeah, put a smile on your face and just have a good time, because it's all lighthearted at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck with all your stage management endeavors. Bye!